Yeah. So, um, I think I think you're ready for the sacred
I'm.
knowledge, Sebastian.
Oh, and what would that be?
Um, yeah. The this idea, it came to me when I was hanging out with a friend. Only with that manic energy around could my brain stew and congeal a thought as how can I sell this? What are some extra spicy words? Um, but
Uh,
it dawned on me a philosophical question: can water be a whole?
what? I
Yeah.
thought you were about to say is water wet, but
No,
you
no, 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 no.
you
You've heard
jumped
that
to
one.
conclusion.
You've heard that one.
Oh God.
Men have lived and died underneath the crippling pressure of the argument: is water wet or not? But now it's time to move on, and I want you to think about the idea of water being a whole. And if you need me to provide my hypothetical,
I need
feel
I need
free.
you to like explain what you mean by it being a hole.
Okay, I'm so glad you asked. All right, so um, let me. Oh, shit, fuck.
I'm
I
gonna
was
regret
I
this.
was so smart when I came up with it. So, let's say you had like a chasm or something with, let's just say you had a pit, okay, um,
Okay.
and it's like sectioned off in itself. um, how the fuck do I describe this? Imagine like a soda can, like there's space above the can, right? That like,
Okay.
so there's a bit of a seal. Um, and you fill that, like you were to completely submerge it in water. The space inside the can would be in itself a hole. But does then not the water exist in a way that like is also a hole, because a water occupies all the space of the can that could conceivably be a hole?
Couldn't you like make this argument about any liquid or gas?
Well, m- maybe, but like just water's what we're familiar with. Like with the, because like the space, a hole inherently is a lack of space in a specific way, um like it's a lack of something in a specific way. Like the sky is not a hole. A hole is like the lack of something, in like it kind of changes the dimensions of whatever the hole is in or occupies. Could water not, if it filled that space entirely, become the medium by which the hole exists?
Um, I mean, I guess. Uh,
Wow, I was not expecting that. I have my first convert. This is
um,
great. No,
See,
don't
the
think
thing is,
about
is
it.
no, 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 no. I'm gonna think about it because I'm not against it.
Yeah.
Um, see, the entire thing is yeah, it is just occupying that space, and the second you take it away, it's a hole.
No, 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 but the
Um,
water is also a hole,
okay, but like, how is the water also a hole?
because it
So
exists
like,
as the medium through which things can occupy the hole.
okay, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you about this. Um, you can make that argument for literally anything.
Maybe a
No, I'm
hole.
being genuinely serious with you because the argument that you're saying is like any like water would fill that hole, right? But now itself is a hole for filling the hole.
Yeah, because like,
That's what you're saying. Now you could make that argument for literally anything. Air, with all the different gases in the air,
well, yeah, then every
carbon and oxygen and all that. You can make that argument for cardboard. You could make that argument for.
How would cardboard be a hole? Cardboard creates. Like if you're talking about a cardboard box, cardboard creates the hole, but cardboard is not in itself the hole.
But hold on. So you have cardboard, right?
Yes.
It creates the hole, but what if you fill it with nothing but cardboard? The hole. What if you fill the hole with nothing but
Then that's just a hole filled with cardboard. Oh, a hole of water could be filled with cardboard. It would still be a hole that exists in and of itself in water.
Then that is a hole. If there's cardboard and water, that is a hole filled with both cardboard and water.
No, yeah, but like say
it's a cool thing, right? The second you remove anything out of a hole, it's a hole again. But you put anything back into there, it is now a filled up hole.
Yeah, but a hole with something in it can still be a hole. If I dropped you down a well, you'd be in a hole. It wouldn't not be a hole anymore.
Yeah, but now the hole is being filled up. If you fill up a hole completely to the point where there is no space left for it to be a hole, it is no longer a hole.
That is not true. That is patently absurd. There's no fucking... You do not believe that.
If I look at a hole and it is filled to the brim with water, I no longer look at that as a hole.
If there is a hole on the bottom of a fucking rowboat you're in, and you see it filled with water, are you going to be fine with that? Or are you going to exclaim, my stars, there's a hole in my boat?
It's a completely different type of hole, though. Because
No, it's not.
You were talking about a hole that would go down into something.
No, that's what holes are. Is a space is a space, but is a lack of space in something, like in a surface.
It all depends on context, Evan.
Yeah. Okay. Every hole. Okay. Every hole
can be filled. Every hole can be filled.
Yeah. No shit. All of yours always are 24/7. We know this philosophy. No. A hole, okay, regardless of whether or not a hole can be filled, every hole inherently is, by way of being a hole, a space that is otherwise within a surface. The pores on your skin, the Grand Canyon, those are both holes because they exist within surfaces, and their space, their lack of being matter exists in such a way that takes away space from that surface.
Okay, what I love is I completely took you away from your argument to argue about something else.
No, we're still on the holes. No, it's worse. I don't have a convert. I don't even have a convert to my idea that water can be a hole. First I have to convince you what a hole is.
Okay, but the thing is, Evan, is if water is a hole, then literally any other liquid is a hole.
Okay, I don't give a shit about other liquids. I'll say liquids if you want. I can say liquids all day, but I'm just gonna call it water because water is like the most obvious, absurdly abundant liquid on the planet.
Didn't make sense calling it a hole because water occupies the space, so it is the medium. It is not a hole.
Okay, so okay, but fine. Real quick, just to get you off of it, I will concede the argument that okay, no, I actually won't. Air cannot be a hole because air is not the space.
No, you're right. Air is not the space because air is a mixture of a bunch of different gases.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Air isn't No. Air isn't the lack of space. It might actually be. God fucking damn it. Okay. 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 Okay, no. No, you see, okay. Let me pose you a different definition of a hole that might lend itself more credibly to my argument. This was the original train of thought which I was dragging us towards as I reach across decades of human history and yank human intellect ever further. Okay. So let's say that the chasm with which water fills is impossibly deep, but can still be filled with water. Let's say just don't think about it, Evan. Just say it and don't think about it. Okay, so it's no, it's impossibly deep and it's filled with water, and so if you think of a hole as something that can be that is as like an access to a different surface. Let's say this chasm is on a surface, like just like a vast plain, and then in the chasm there's water filled up. If the hole, if your idea of a hole is something which grants access to a different space, like a space that is different from the surface you're on, which is to say, if you're on this plane and you step into the water, you are in a different surface. Since it's impossibly deep and you would like die if you tried to go into the chasm, the water is the medium with which you are able to occupy that space. Would the water then, under that definition, not be that of a hole?
No, because a hole is hollow. It is a
But what about
hollow
what
it
about
is
my definition?
the thing is though is like the genuine definition of a hole is a hollow space in a solid object.
Okay, I will accept that begrudgingly because it can technically fit into any context and any hole which we have thus far described.
Yes,
But
but
but if you imagine a hole as an access point for things which
okay.
you can enter, if water is the only medium with which you can be inside that space, is water then not a hole?
No.
Why not?
Why would it be?
Because under the definition I gave you, holes which are spaces in and of no are spaces in a surface that is different from the surface and is characterized by being a space. If water is that space that you can enter, why would water not be that hole?
Water can be in a hole. It can occupy the space of a hole. Therefore, changing.
You're not about to fucking tell me that the water is gonna erase the existence of a hole again. Please, I beg of you, don't go there. Don't do it.
It does. Simply because of the fact that it is a physical object filling up the said hole. And by my definition, a hole is just it is a hollow space in a solid object.
Okay, but under my definition of a hole being a space you can access, why would water... Okay, you can think it's fucking stupid all you want. I need you to please agree with me on this. Please...
I really want to get Oscar in on
No, please...
I need to know his fucking opinion about
Please finagle the brain like a little bit.
I can't because
No, but you can. I believe in you. I believe you can do it. Please.
Oh, hey, Coda's awake.
Oh my god. Okay, well, they can get in here and be smart enough to help me convince you of this. If you were to define a hole as a space that you can access that is different from a surface, if you were to go into a chasm that would kill you without, like you would fall to your death, in that way, that is like a type of hole, but it's not a space you can be in and occupy. Water exists in that way, and you can float and swim and be buoyant in water. So if that were the definition, a bit of a different definition a more situational definition, if water exists in that space and is the medium with which you can access a point that is different from the surface, a solid object you're on, why would that not be the whole?
Okay, what if I bamboozle you even more? What if water is the whole of a whole?
No. Don't think you can one-up me. Do not think you can one-up me.
Okay. Repeat your philosophy to Coda now that she's here.
Okay, so water, if it encompasses... Okay, there's two ways you can think about this. Water, if it encompasses the entirety of a hole, like say a pop can at the bottom of the sea, water then is like it exists in every space around the hole, and it is also in the space in which that hole is not. By that I mean the hole inherently isn't space, it's a lack of space, but water exists throughout all of it. Is water then not a medium for that hole, and thus adopting the qualities of a whole as well?
I have no fucking idea. I'm just trying to eat some chocolate right now. I have no idea how that works.
I bet you guys didn't know we had a guest star today.
I still don't think that water can be a whole.
What about under my definition?
Your definition is shit.
Maybe it is.
Because a hole is a hollow space in a solid object.
Okay. What if I scale it back and I make my own denomination of the Church of Holes and motherfucking goddamn it. What if I scale it back and I say that holes you can enter can be made of spaces, but holes that you can occupy can also be made of water?
See, just for me, I just don't think that water can be a whole. I see water as something that can occupy the space of a whole. My brain will not accept your logic about this.
Just bring it back to a hole you can enter and be in.
A hole that you can enter and be in. Right?
Yeah, that you can't be in without water being there.
But how is that possible?
If there's a fucking pit that splatters your bones Half-Life 1 style if you were to enter it, that's a hole you can't enter.
You can enter, but you enter and die. You still entered the hole, but you are no longer living in the hole.
Yeah.
There's no situation scientifically where you could enter a hole only with water.
All right, what we're gonna do is that part you said about we're gonna cut that out because that does shatter my doctrine. But the part after that where you say it's not scientifically possible.
Okay.
No. But the part after that where you say it's not scientifically possible, we leave that in because then I can go, oh, so you're a scientist now? And then I get to conjecture about independent research.
Learn the most ridiculous scientific formulas for no fucking reason.
That doesn't mean you can decide what is and isn't a whole.
Wait,
From our current scientific evidence that we have, it is not possible that the only way to enter a hole in something is with water.
There's no fucking way you actually believe we have scientific evidence for that.
wait, are you trying to argue that water can be a hole? Like, just...
That's what we introduce. Yes.
Okay, wait. That doesn't work though.
See?
I don't
See?
think that can work.
And these folks are the non-believers.
We're
They
not
will-
believers
The
because it's
definition. Okay, I don't think I've ever looked up the definition of a hole.
They will live their lives cowering cold in the dark.
A hollow place
I will show you
with
the
a
scorching
hole.
light of the truth.
I don't think water counts if there's a hole. But what if you like? The thing is, you can. I don't think that works.
I don't think it is possible for you to be able to lump that in to a whole. I just don't.
Listen to the fickle ideations they cling to
I will have you know you
instead
dumb
of
son of a
embracing the
bitch.
truth.
Isn't a hole a lack of stuff? Like there isn't anything. Water counts as something being in there.
Okay,
Okay,
we're gonna try one more time. But if water exists all around the hole and is also completely filling the hole, does water not also become a medium for the lack of space?
No.
Okay, so your argument, from what I have understood, is if I were to take just a thing of wood and make a hole in it, and
Yeah.
then put it into the ocean, you are saying that the entirety of the ocean is a hole?
Well, the water, you don't have to go saying the ocean.
But if I put it into the ocean, the water that you say encompasses it reaches out across the entire
Okay,
world.
but the only point is that the water is all around it. You could do it in a lake, in a fucking bathtub if you wanted. It doesn't matter the size of the water outside of the hole. It only matters that there's some level of encompassing the hole.
Just with the definition of a hole, no, water cannot be a hole.
This is literally 1984.
Water can have a hole.
Water can have a hole.
Water can have a hole if you breach the surface of the water.
What? What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking? I'm not be a hole. But water can have a hole in it.
How?
What do you mean how? Like, so the definition of a hole
Yeah.
is a hollow place in a solid body or surface.
Okay.
Now, the surface of water, according to the definition of a surface, is a surface.
Yeah, if you say so, buddy.
Or if you take a shit ton of air and just throw it into the water, and it
That's not how water works.
you have therefore created a hole.
No, that's not how water works. You're just shaping the I'm gonna kill myself.
But you can have a hole in the atmosphere.
I'm gonna martyr myself.
You can have a hole in the atmosphere, but you can't have a hole in water.
I swear to God, you did not just fucking tell me you can have a hole in the atmosphere. You don't understand.
You can!
The atmosphere is a fucking gradient, you mongrel.
You can still have a hole in the atmosphere!
No, it's not. There's no defined No. The atmosphere infinitely ceases to exist in small increments. There's no uniform surface of the atmosphere because there's no surface you can break because it's just a fucking bundle of molecules that infinitely decreases.
And if you were to, let me just, for example, push all of the molecules out of the way, just to the side,
You'd be in the
therefore
middle of
creating a hole.
No, you would just be further up. You would just be further up in the atmosphere where they stop existing anyway. There's no like blanket of them that you can get together. They just cease.
I'm not saying that there would have to be a blanket of them. You just have to move them apart from each other.
There's
like a
no
large
fucking
gap.
hole in the atmosphere. It just
Oh
stops.
my god. I'm gonna search this up and see if you can have a hole in the atmosphere.
You said a. Oh my god. Oh my. The atmosphere is a space. The atmosphere is more a space than it is a surface. Oh my god.
Still.
No, there can't be a hole in the atmosphere because okay. The only fucking way there is a goddamn hole in the atmosphere is in the fact that it ends, because the hole in the atmosphere would exist at every point where the atmosphere stops. There's either
You're just at that point. You're
no
literally
no
just
no no no
saying
no
that
no
that a hole in the atmosphere is just where
where it stops. There's either okay. It's like I don't know what it's like because oh my god. Okay, there is either no holes in the atmosphere or there is an infinite number of holes in the atmosphere, because at any point in the atmosphere you can exist in a space where there is no atmosphere eventually by leaving it.
You're telling me if I just left the planet, right? Just completely left the planet.
I would prefer that at this point, yes.
Bitch, I'd be taking you with me, and we'd be going straight to the fucking moon at this rate. Because this bullshit argument is starting to piss me off.
Okay, you could have just turned you could have just turned away from the light if you wanted. That's fine. But now you're trying to tell me there's a hole in the atmosphere. We could have.
Maybe I am stupid too, but why is it a hole?
You agreed with me early on. You overthought it.
No, I didn't think about it enough.
No, I think you may be the one overthinking on it, so you have this whole. I don't know.
You are like broadening the definition of a hole to the point where everything would be a hole.
If you fucking tell me one more time that anything can be a hole, like this isn't something we've generally agreed on, I'm gonna hurt something. I'm gonna hurt a fucking science textbook.
With your definition, putting a hole through something and then submerging it in water where water completely surrounds it.
You're submerging my brain cells in fucking water, dude.
I could do it with concrete.
I'm not even.
Soda. I could liquefy metal and do it.
You've already fucking told me, you pedantic piece of shit, that it could apply to any liquid, which I agreed upon. I'm using water as a placeholder.
Then you can also do it with gases.
No. I mean,
why can you not do it with gases?
Fine. Okay, fine.
You have broadened the definition of a hole so much. Just for this.
I'm gonna broaden the definitions of your fucking hole, dude. My god.
See, Coda, this is what happens when two smart but dumb people try to argue something.
You did not just tell me the man who thought there's a hole in the atmosphere is intelligent.
There's a hole in the ozone layer.
There is a hole in the ozone layer in that the gradient that is the ozone layer continues to exist less and less.
Okay. There is a hole in everything.
Okay, we got the clip of him saying, okay, no, you shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. There is, no, we're not opening that Pandora's box. I got the clip of you saying, okay. Now at the end of every sentence I add, we're gonna repeat the fucking clip of, okay.
Off of the channel.
Wait, this is going to be on the channel?
Well, I have the fucking.
Not.
Well, I have the fucking raw data. I will exponentially expand the truth.
Channel.
You'll have to shut down YouTube in order to stop this truth from coming out, dude.
I can delete everything you upload. I will bust into your house, hack your shit.
I'll re-upload it somewhere else.
I hope you die.
Well,
I don't believe in your stupid argument.
Yeah, we got it right there, folks. It was doomed from the start. He just doesn't believe.
Fucking.
Wow, real great.
The fact that you've had this as an argument that we could have for as long as you have angers me. Because you talked about this however many fucking days ago, waiting for the opportunity to talk to one of us about it.
Yeah, I needed to, like, prepare you. I needed you to know that what you're about to go through is very stressful, but once you understand that water's a whole, it gets better day by day, and you can keep on living. It gets better.
I am going to fucking talk to Mr. at this point.
No, no, God,
Mr.
just fucking time. He doesn't believe. He's not worth. Maybe he's worthy, but there's, oh my.
He totally would be worthy.
If you preemptively was like, don't listen to him, don't listen to him, he's lying to you.
No, I wouldn't do that. I would bring up your argument and see what he thinks.
He would agree with me that that water can he would agree with me that water can be a hole that is the only way for you to get into it at one point. He would agree with me on that. Maybe not that water can be a hole intrinsically, but if we used my definition, you know, the one that we use when we sit down and say grace to the water hole, yeah, he would agree with me on that. What are you doing?
Just Oscar.
No.
He's finally responded in the chat.
Okay, let's see what we've got. No, you're already spreading misinformation, dude. What the fuck? Don't do that. We're gonna be just fine. It's gonna be okay. It gets better. That's the thing you need to realize is, like, it feels like reality's crumbling beneath you right now, but the water is a hole beneath you, and it will catch you, and it will secure you, you know?
No.
It gets better.
No.
It's gonna be okay.
How can something that can have a hole in it be a hole?
What the fuck did you just say to me?
But, like, okay,
you heard me. You fucking heard me, you bitch!
I gotta piss. Oscar. Okay, Sebastian.
I have to argue.
We're gonna structure your debate. You have like 60 seconds to open the argument with Oscar, and then I will get back, and then we will just see.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back. Oscar.
Okay, so from what I am understanding from Evan's argument, he's trying to say water is a hole.
I'm having a hard time understanding the meaning behind water is a hole. I think I know what you mean.
Okay, so hold on. So you obviously know the definition of a hole. It's a hollow area in a solid object or surface. So
Yeah.
I am using that to simply refute Evan's point. That's really all the evidence that I need.
Okay, so here's why everything he just said was wrong.
I wasn't done.
No, I only just got back. Go on.
Okay, well, really at this point I was just explaining how dumb your theory was.
Yeah, go on.
Evan, no, actually, how about this?
No,
Why
go
don't
ahead.
you
Play yourself.
I'm not gonna play myself because I'm not playing myself. You're playing yourself because you're a fucking idiot.
All right, guys. This is what everyone was saying when they were nailing Jesus to the cross. I'm just gonna tell you that. Okay, Oscar.
Yes.
All right. I feel like
Explain it to him.
I got
I
faith
want him
in
to
you.
understand. No, I don't.
I got faith in you. So I want you to imagine something with a hole in it, say a soda can, at the bottom of the ocean. the soda can has a hole in it, a lack of space in an otherwise, uniform surface.
Mm-hmm.
It has water in it entirely and water outside of it. So water is part of the space around it, but also the inside of the hole. Does water not then serve as a medium because it's in both places as part of a whole? Does water not then exist as a whole?
Question.
No. Save your questions until the end of the tour of Sebastian's hollow fucking brain.
It's not a hollow brain. You're the fucking hollow brain. You are overthinking this way too much.
Well, let's let Oscar deliver his opening statement.
I feel like I just had a stroke, and I feel like you guys have been smoking too much crack, and I'm too tired for this shit.
So that's the words of somebody who's going to agree with me in the morning.
Let me dumb it down for you, Oscar.
No, the divine intellect will come to you in a dream tonight, Oscar. It's okay.
What Evan
about water being a hole.
what Evan is saying is more or less, if you put a hole in something and then submerge it in water completely, he is saying that water is now a hole.
Is oxygen a hole then? Like, because
Yeah, air can be a hole, fine, because it's something that's a lack of space in a uniform.
Oxygen and air are two different things.
My dude, no one gives a shit about the difference between air and oxygen or water and fucking piss.
When you are making a statement that has to do with science, and now you are just refuting different definitions of science, you are really putting your claim at stake.
When was air and oxygen are kind of similar a definition of science?
back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
Your definition, anything then can be a hole, but
That's what I That is really what I have been saying.
I just wanted to read my book.
I am sorry I dragged you guys into this extremely stupid argument. Oscar, I'm gonna bring this back up with you.
I'm back.
Bring this back up with you tomorrow or something.
I had to get up.
I'm gonna bring it back up with you.
I had to get up
clear mind.
after we established for the 5th fucking time. You shut the fuck up. You fuck right off with this shit.
retard.
This shit's over. This is.
Hey, Oscar.
The fact that we recorded this entire thing too makes it even worse.
You shut your mouth.
You should, like, escape and go to bed.
Go to bed.
Oscar, you can
Go to bed. Go to bed. I'm actually like. I shouldn't care about this. I'm actually like my heart's beating right now. Because Coda said that under my definition anything can be a hole, and I just about sneezed my fucking brain out onto my keyboard.
Okay.
Stop smoking so much fucking crack.
Go to bed. I've never seen you go to bed this early. Before me?
Get some sweet dreams, buddy. Go on.
Okay.
Well, I was kind of. Never mind.
No, you go ahead.
What?
I'll
No,
talk to you
go.
tomorrow. No, it's fine.
Oh, but I want to know what you're gonna say.
No, you can hear it tomorrow.
All right.
Alright. He's got
Oh my god.
Evan. The fact that not one but two people now have come to the exact same conclusion.
No, that would be
It's the exact same conclusion because by your definition, anything can be a hole.
I don't give a shit if anything can be a hole. If the answer is yes, but anything, there's still a yes in your response.
We're not saying yet.
It just occupies the hole.
Yeah,
The
it doesn't
oxygen or
make it a hole.
liquid, it doesn't make it. Yeah, it just occupies that hole.
Boy.
Dude.
Can I go read my book now and eat some chocolate?
Yes, you can go read your book, Coda.
Good night.
Night.
Thanks for guest starring.
We got them both on! Whoa!
Yeah, we're gonna cut that down. We're gonna shave like 15 minutes off of that, and I'm gonna re-release it. But that's
If you make it seem like I am on your side, I'm gonna kill you at school.
yeah, that'll be okay. Cause
No,
I'll be
it
in.
won't be.
I'll be.
I'm gonna make such a commotion about it too. It's gonna be like the fucking beginning of the day, and everyone's gonna hear me yelling at you.
I swear to
Water
fucking
is
God,
not
you're
a
gonna.
hole.
I swear to fucking God, like the
I'm gonna make a school goddamn debate out of this topic.
dude.
What?
My brain. Water is a whole. It's gonna be okay. It gets better. That's the thing you need to realize is like it feels like reality's crumbling beneath you right now, but the water is a hole beneath you, and it will catch you, and it will secure you.
Okay, okay. I am on your side.